What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Machado Rockstar here, doing another edition of Star Realms Replay, and we've got an amazing game. I finally assuaged my fragile ego, and spoiler alert, this is a game we lose. And I gotta say, I am impressed with the play from this opponent. Let's take a look. Let's see what he does. Alrighty, first things first. 2 trade, can't buy anything, gotta get an explorer, no problem. Easy decision. Alrighty. And as for myself, I have a scrapper. It gives me 2 trade. It allows me to get Loyal Colony Reclamation Station. We're gonna pick it up. Sucks that we can't get Recycling Station or Farm Ship, but I'm not gonna give my opponent scrap, especially not scrap that good. And Stealth Needle, ooh, sexy, hello baby. Come to Papa, we can't afford it. All right, but he picks up Farm Ship instead of Recycling Station. Um, I think this is actually the correct play. A lot of you would say, Recycling Station gives you 2 draws. I'm like, it gives you 2 draws and 2 discards. So you're not actually gaining card advantage. You're really only gaining the ability to cycle your deck. Now, obviously, that is quite strong, but given the fact that there is a Loyal Colony, a Reclamation Station, am I saying that right? I am. And a Stealth Needle out there, you're going to want the trade. And the fact that Farm Ship gives you card draw too, it's the better play. You'd much rather have that 3 damage, that card draw and discard, than you would having 2 card draw discards, because this is still only going to get you 5 trade if you don't get additional trade, whereas this can get you up to 7 or 8, depending upon what you draw. So, definitely the correct play. We whiff, we get an Explorer. Fairly simple. And now, my opponent happens to have 7 trade. And he gets the Loyal Colony. Interesting. This is a tough choice. This is all his trade, so he knows the next turn is going to be pretty shitty, and he probably won't even have the ability to get a Stealth Needle. So he values Loyal Colony higher than he does any of these other cards. I don't know if I feel that way, but I'm okay with this play. What he's doing is he's giving up scrap for future buying potential. I personally think the correct play is to get the Stealth Needle just because that card is so uber fucking powerful. But he doesn't really have any other ships to go with it yet. So it's not necessarily the best play per se. To me, it's like I fear the danger of Stealth Needle quite a bit. But Recycling Station, Forcer Mech, these are all good plays too. And he's leaving himself open for me to get those things. And if I had managed to draw an Explorer, I could have gotten a Reclamation Station, you know. But in all likelihood, I'm just going to grab the Stealth Needle. So this is definitely a very difficult decision point for him. And while I don't necessarily like the play of the Loyal Colony as the best play, I think it's still a very good play. He is going to set himself up for the future very well. And with this much trade, man, if he can come back and get Reclamation Station or get Enforcer Mech, like, he'll have made up a lot of ground. So this card gives him the chance to make up a lot of ground. Oh, baby, Peacekeeper. So we're getting Stealth Needle. The ability to get Stealth Needle etch in turn allows us to maybe get Peacekeeper, maybe get Enforcer Mech, maybe get any of these fucking cards. This is the way to go. I'm not giving it up. And then I get Solar Skiff to combo with Stealth Needle. Give me 2 card draws, give me more damage. But this card ends up kind of screwing us. It's bad because I don't manage to pick up any other blues. So he's clearly going defensive. He's clearly going healing. He's going trade. So my thinking is we just kind of outscrap him. So I'm gonna get Builder Bot instead. Yeah. Yep. And hey, and then I pick up Warning Beacon. That's good too. I'll take the extra damage. Nice. And we pick up Star Barge again, just trying to pair with our Stealth Needle. The Stealth Needle actually makes us buy Solar Skeef and Star Barge, and I think those are actually mistakes. Yeah, I want to combo them with Stealth Needle, but they end up bloating the deck. I have enough trade to get Peacekeeper. I have enough trade to get Reclamation Station. I think it's a mistake. Adding trade that I don't need to me, is a mistake. So he ends up getting Rec Station here and holds on to his farm ship, which is the right play. Warning Beacon is not scary anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get Peacekeeper, scrap both Explorers, kill that base, because, one, I don't want to leave that base out there. And two, he's got so many blues, Peacekeeper is going to be fucking ridiculous for his deck. Three, Peacekeeper is the best 6-drop in the game. I hate giving up Enforcement Mech or Recycling Station, but I do think this is the correct play. But you'll notice a lot of the decision points in this game are very much like, what am I going to do for my deck? What am I going to do versus my opponent's deck? But no matter whatever decision you make, none of them feel that good. It always feels like I'm leaving something really good for my opponent, and it's tough, man. So here's where we end up getting a little unlucky, but I also think this costs us the game. He gets 2 scrappers. He heals up to 46, and then we scrap twice, but we only have 5 damage. And now Loyal Colony is going to stay out there forever. And now he can just start loading his deck up now. So he's clearly going base, right? He's going base strategy. We see that. There's 2 Predators out there. As much as I love Predator, I think this is actually a little bit of kind of a trapping of the moment. Like, he's going base strategy, so we need to either take bases away from him or acquire enough damage to kill those bases. And getting the Predators does do that. But I'm also leaving out Captured Outpost for draw. I'm leaving out Command Center for more draw. Like, for more protection. Like, we don't really need the trade. So, getting Predators are good for our deck, and they do kill bases, but, like, I just, it's just letting him have his strategy, right? And that's what I don't like. I don't like it when I let somebody have their strategy. And then, of course, I can't kill either base, so now he can just go nuts and buy whatever he wants. And now he's got 4 scrappers. All of a sudden, his deck is going to be more efficient than mine. And he's ahead on life. And I don't really have a counter. And here's, I think, is another mistake. I think I should have gotten the Oracle. Kept the base away from him. Kept scrap away from him. But, I was just looking at that damage and that base destruction. So, I think I've made several mistakes already. Yeah. He gets another base, gets another card draw. I toss 2, which is good. I scrap. And then I draw 2. I mean, this is great. And then I scrap again. Like, these are good standard plays. And then again, I pass up the Oracle because again, I'm looking for damage, right? I'm trying to get card draw and damage to smash through his base wall, but I'm just giving him tools to make his deck better. I honestly don't like some of these plays I'm making. I'm being a little too like focused on damage. You got to realize when your opponent is playing a base deck this much, unless you just, manage to race him down, you're probably going to have to start picking up bases and healing and defense yourself. Like, just enough to counterattack his damage. But by giving him the Oracle, giving him more scrap, I'm giving him a chance to come back. I'm giving him a chance, not come back, he's ahead. I'm giving a chance to truly enact his strategy. And that's a mistake. He picks up 2 more excellent bases. He manages to kill my recycling station, which is really unfortunate. We could have used that. We scrap the stealth tower because that's going to be excellent in his deck. But look, we can't afford anything now. Yeah, we do a shit ton of damage. Like, great, we're ahead, And maybe if we get lucky, we can smash through, but we're just not quite drawing things together here. And I get a little unlucky there that I don't cycle because then I'm putting crap cards back into my deck and like you know, if I run pretty good, I can beat him. But if I run kind of bad, see, and then this play, oh my god, this play is fucking brilliant. I love love this play. Okay, so notice what happens here. He's got 7 damage. He's destroyed the hive. He could bring me down to 23. The problem is, though, he's only at 13, and he's got 2 protections. He's at 23. So he's not necessarily in danger, but he could easily die. The problem is, though, is that he probably doesn't have enough damage to take me down. So in all likelihood, he'd have to survive 2 turns, not 1. And so he just decides, I'm going to go for frickin' Baroque and scrap everything and just blast me in the face. And I think this is brilliant because look what it forces me to do. If I don't have 18, he wins. And I have 16. And it's just enough. I mean, brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. He realized he probably wasn't going to win if he let it go 2 more turns. He was probably going to lose if I got 2 shots at him. So he said, okay, you know what? I'm going to reduce my shields, but if I give him only 1 shot at me, then can win on the next turn. It was a gamble. He had to take it. It was the higher percentage play. If he just sat back and played defensively, that's how people lose games, you know? Especially against a player like me who was going so aggressive, you know? The likelihood of me having enough damage to kill him was actually pretty high. I got pretty unlucky to not be able to cobble together 17, 18 damage that I would have needed to kill him. But the thing is, if he gave me 2 turns at it, I definitely would have had it. Whereas in this case, he said, if this guy misses 1 time, I'm going to come back and win. And I did, and he won. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely freaking brilliant. And BenSkull, you get all the credit in the world for making that play, man. Thumbs up. Well done. Well played. You know, it's games like that when I lose and I'm like, I lost because of good play. I lost because my opponent played better. And yeah, did I get a little unlucky? Sure. But he played into that. He used the math and used the percentages and said, this is my path to victory. And he did it. And it was brilliant. And I absolutely would have killed him if he gave me 2 more turns. You know, he gave himself a shot to win. He played to his outs. And playing to your outs and playing to your possible win conditions later on, that's what you got to do. That's how you steal games. And when you steal games, your percentage goes way up. You know, even stealing 1 game out of 10, right, makes your win percentage go up and go up significantly. You know, you start winning 10% more games than you normally would because you steal them every so often, even 20%, or excuse me, even 5% extra wins. They add up and they add up fast. So, BenSkull, way to go. Props, guys, Reclamation Station. It's a hell of a card. And sometimes you just got to go for broke, and that's okay. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't lose because you're afraid to win. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see y'all later.